Hey guys, I just wanted to get on here really quick and give you an update and a preview of my new book. It will be available in PDF form on manifestheal.com. It is called The Electric Garden. I go into details of a little bit of how electroculture started, but mostly what does copper do for gardens, how you can use it. And there are some examples of garden sizes and how you would want to lay it out. But it's just a little book. It's got some information though, just to get you started. The information in here is absolutely handy because we are talking about an increase in yield. You were talking about a natural pest-free environment, and how to use these things to achieve that. And one of the things about copper is, guys, it's wonderful, but once you make that investment and you get it kind of set up, then you are good to go for quite a while. Copper is a malleable metal and it's soft, but it retains its structure and it retains its value. So in the garden, it is not going to rust. If it turns green, it's not hurting anything. It's just the oxidation process. It can even be cleaned if it does turn green. But people are getting back into using copper meshes to keep rodents out of their house, copper meshes around the perimeter of gardens to keep rodents out. It is also a slug and snail deterrent. So I can't promise it gets rid of every pest, but of the pests that it does get rid of, it will do so many great and wonderful things for your garden, because we all hate it when we go outside and we find that our cabbage is destroyed or our leafy greens are completely chewed up and disgusting, or we go in there and we find that some little critter has decided to nibble on all of our beautiful herbs. Whatever it is, I want you to have a successful garden. In this book, it also talks about what copper can do for your soil overall as you go throughout your years, to almost guarantee that you are definitely going to have a harvest, because we know that the weather is always an issue, and I don't know, weird things happen. You know, you garden one year and you have an abundance of tomatoes and everything's wonderful, and the next year you can't get one to stay alive, or so we're always looking at our gardens and trying to fix and adjust and say, okay, do I need a nitrogen fixer? Do I need some more compost? Do I need less compost? Do I need fertilizer? What am I going to do? But the use of copper in the garden is not new, but it is coming back. It was more popular in the 1920s when a lot of studies were done, even by the United States government. The United States Agricultural Department did studies and found that in some cases the copper addition to the garden caused a 17% increase in harvest. With wheat, it was 7-fold. Because for whatever reason, wheat loves copper. And I know we don't all grow wheat. Some of us would like to, though. I would definitely like to try my hand at some homemade breads with all natural products that I've grown. But in lieu of that, most of us who have a home garden, or most of us who are homesteaders, have a garden with enough for our family for, each different variety. We've got cabbage, we've got cucumbers, we've got spinach, arugula, maybe even some flowers, some marigolds and dandelions and different things. We want sunflowers. We've got our tomatoes and our heirlooms. So all of these things are vital because onions and garlic, they're all the ingredients to what we want to have in our pantry so that we have a sustainable supply of food for our family. Things to ferment, things to can, whatever your method of storage is, even things to freeze. We want to make sure that our life is one step closer to success, and even in times of trouble, we will be good to go. That is one of the things. So using copper in the garden is going to give you more produce than you expected. It speeds up and helps boost the germination of your seeds, so you're more likely to get a crop going in the first place. So please run over to manifestheal.com and snag your PDF. I'm hoping to get them in print soon. Absolutely would love to get all my books in print. But, like, share, and subscribe. That'll help me out a lot to get this information out there. And as always, I look forward to seeing you guys again. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you on the next one, okay? Bye-bye.